What's up, everybody? Happy Friday, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. It's Black Friday, and I am at home, super warm. It is -7, -10, something like that degrees out here in North Dakota where I live. And yeah, definitely not doing any Black Friday shopping. Happy to have really just taken some extra space for myself today. I thought that it would be really fun to record a podcast episode and to just tell you some expansive things that have been happening in my life and on my journey. As you know, I started in the trading world, day and swing trading and long-term investing, a little over a year ago today. It was the end of November 2023 when I got into it. And this November, I have had my biggest month doing it. And honestly, I am just so excited about where I'm going over the next year, over the next few years, just being consistent, playing the market, and having more money to play with, knowing that that's going to support me to compound things faster and faster and faster. And I want to support you on this journey too, because it has shifted everything for me. Like last year, before I had gotten into the trading and investing, I was at wit's end in my business. Once again, I was just honestly sick of needing to be selling something, like needing to sell, needing clients in order for me to make money. And I did not see what could be out there for me, right? Like it just wasn't on my radar until it was. And it was, it was something that I had dabbled back in 2021 a little bit, but it was like my husband was just telling me what to buy kind of thing. And I was, I was like, woo, this is so great. But like I hadn't really like got into it, learned how to read charts and actually start doing the day trading and things like that, until last year. And I tell you what, from the moment I made my first day trade, I knew that this was going to be something that I would be doing forever. And how I knew that right away, like I knew it right away because I saw evidence of it working very quickly. And even though it wasn't a lot of money at first for me, like it was still more than I was making. I tell you what, like, oh my gosh, I think I had made like $100 in my coaching business or something like that last November. Which, yeah, it was one of those things where it just wasn't working. Like, let's just put it that way. It just wasn't working, and I was forcing it, and I was trying to make it work, and I was pushing really hard, and I was, I could just feel the pressure I was putting on it. And because it's like when you want something and you really want something to work, right, you're willing to go to great lengths to make that happen. But for me, it actually wasn't the thing. And that's really what I had to face, that it just wasn't the thing. What I was doing back then before I got into the trading and investing just wasn't it for me. And I have now looking back in hindsight, I'm like, wow, of course that wasn't what was for me, because my goal and my focus has always been on freedom lifestyle, freedom business, right? Doing things in my own way, on my own terms. And this has given me that. It has given me that vision and that clarity and that certainty, the evidence, the consistent financial results, the watching my money compound over time, receiving now, like starting in April, I had started building up my Divi portfolio. Now, actually, I'm very interested to see what I'm going to be getting in December, because it's going to be either right around $1,000 or a little bit more than that in just Divis. That's before I do any active trading at all. And I will consistently see, like today I took off of active trading and I was still up over $700 overall on all the things that I'm holding, a lot of different cryptos, various things. And even when I have dips, because here's the truth with trading is like, you're going to have dips. Like it's just part of the process. Like you're going to have red days, you're going to have red trades. There's going to be times when you were on a green streak, like 7-8 days in a row, and then you have a red day and it's like, and it just happens though. And honestly, those green streaks are so freaking fun. Like they're so fun. And I've had so many of them like on my journey already. And it gives you that excitement. I tell you what, if you are any bit of an adrenaline junkie at all, like even just a little bit, and you love that excitement, like you love that just like feeling of, it's like you're on the edge, right? You're on the edge. Like the trading is it. I'm telling you, it is it. And it is it so many times, like consistently. It's so freaking fun and wild and exciting that it just keeps you moving. It keeps me moving, and it supports me to show up for my personal goals even more so. Like I'm pushing myself physically, energetically, mentally, emotionally by being in the market, because that is what it takes. And I know that. Like and this journey, our growth journey, whatever that is for you, whatever your desire is right now, I am here to expand my wealth in the short and the long term on my own terms, to receive more freedom and to just have a ton of fun along the way. And that's what I'm here to support my clients with and those who expand with me. And to really just be all in on things working, where you are able to see that tangible how, the strategy. Because for so long, I was so focused on the energy piece, which energy is a huge part of the puzzle. Like that is the foundation. And you need that energy, you need that emotional intelligence in order to just keep pushing your edges and to keep expanding further and to be able to hold it, right? Like anybody can, get to certain milestones and achieve big goals, but a lot of people can't hold it. They can't hold it, and they can't, it just becomes a self-sabotage process where it's like you expand and then you contract, you expand and then you contract, you expand and then you contract, instead of just expanding consistently over time, whether that's, whether that's whatever the time frame that is, it's irrelevant, right? Because when you're focused on that long term, so you're looking at 3 years ahead, right? Like for me, that's my focus, because both of my girls, Madison and Kennedy, who are 4 and 3, they're both going to be in school in 3 years, right? So I have my eyes on a pretty big number. It's $500,000 is the number that I have in my head for, now until then. And I'm not going to get too attached to that. Like I am, that could happen sooner. Like that could happen sooner. That could happen, later. It really doesn't matter, because I am over here freaking excited and lit up, and I'm happy to be showing up for this. It's just really given me such a spark that, it's just so great. Like I cannot stop talking about it. Like I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about trading. I want to talk about how amazing it is. I want to support people, to support my clients to really just keep expanding themselves, their money mindset, shifting their perception to money, their relationship with money, to see how much more is available. How much more is available, right? So many times we settle for good. We settle for what we think is available. And I have always been somebody who's pushing that bar, who's raising that bar for myself first and for others second. And you have to be willing to hold the bar. That is the thing. That is the biggest thing that has supported me on this journey, is because there's been many times when I have lowered it. I have lowered it to people please. I have lowered it, and changed my pricing or changed my rules or, whatever, because I wasn't super clear and certain with the fact that things were working. And because I also needed clients, I also needed sales, right? It's a lot different when you don't actually need that and you don't feel like you need it, right? Because a lot of times we'll tell ourselves that. We'll be like, oh, yeah, I don't need that. But really, if you launch a program and you don't have any other income coming in and you don't have any other source of payments or any kind of way that you're going to be making money, then yeah, it's going to feel pretty shitty when nobody buys that program, right? You're not going to make any money, and then you're going to be in your head about it, thinking that you're terrible and that you're unworthy and all of this shit. You're just going to be super disappointed all around. And I think that in itself should give you that hey, I should actually give trading a shot, because you literally have nothing to lose. Because the truth is, yeah, you're going to have losses on your trading journey, but you get to control them. You are in control. And that is, the biggest thing is you have to be able to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself with money, and you have to feel really good about that. And that's the main focus, is now where I am holding more money than I've ever held before in my life, and I'm playing with more money than I've ever played with in my life, and that's continuing to grow every single day as I show up and lock more profits and, hold my energy and all of the things. That's the work. That is the work, being able to hold it, right? And to trust yourself, because you are in control. If you enter in a day trade and it reverses, then guess what? You can get out as really fast. You can be like, no, I'm out, because you can always re-enter, right? Or you can obviously follow different strategies and indicators on the charts and decide that you're going to hold for a certain amount of time, or if it dips down to a certain level, 5% of your investment or 10% of your investment or whatever that is for you, then you get to do that. And you get to keep practicing and playing and getting better at it. That's the thing, is this is something that you are evolving in every single day that you show up and play. And I don't know about you, but that just sounds like so much fun to me. And it is so much fun to me. I love it. And today, even though I took the day off, I'm so excited to get back to it on Monday. And you get to take breaks, you get to continue to grow, and everybody gets to win. You get to win. Everybody who enters your space gets to win, and you all get to keep celebrating more money and more success and more fun. And that is what the vibe I'm here for now. I am here for the freedom vibe. Being able to do this from wherever I want, being able to sit in my bedroom right now and record this podcast episode. Super simple process to just share from my heart share some things behind the scenes that are flowing through. And it all gets to continue to get better. Life gets to be really good, and you get to feel really good the majority of the time. The majority of the time you get to feel good. Like, you're not going to feel good all the time, but guess what? The majority of the time you get to feel good. You get to be excited about what you're doing. You get to be excited about who you are. You get to have more fun making money. Oh my God, for real. You get to have so much fun making money. It really is. It's so good. And then once you get to know some of these tickers in the market, you're going to memorize them. You're going to play them multiple times. Like, you're going to, there's going to be things that you're playing for years to come. And it's that tangible. It's that tangible. You don't need to reinvent the wheel with this. Like, you do not need to reinvent the wheel. You learn how to read charts. You learn the basics, the foundations, the mindset, the energy, wealth energetics, wealth consciousness, embodying the identity of a trader, of somebody who just continues to make more money in a way that is really, really fun. And even when there's losses, even when you have dips and, tough times, or maybe you have a couple of red days in a row or something like that, you don't make it mean anything. You're not making it mean anything because you're focused on where you're going, on where you're headed, and what it is that you are attracting more of into your world. And this has been the key to my success over the past year, and has made me so focused on the long term now that anything in the short term, anything that doesn't feel good in the short term, or when my mind wanders to what I don't want, or, any old urges to... Somebody was just trying to call me. I don't know if you heard that. It was my friend Nikki. I'll have to call her back. I'm still recording this episode. So knowing that holding your energy and what it is that you want, sticking to that. You have to stick to that. You cannot waver back and forth. You have to decide, you have to commit, and then you have to move. And you have to do it every single day. You got to decide, you got to commit, you got to show up, you got to decide, commit, do it, action, action, action. Even when you're not seeing the next milestone, and you're like, come on, like, I just want that $2,000 a day, or whatever that is for you. I just want that. Like, I just want that, right? And you just got to let go of that attachment a little bit and return back to the pleasure, return back to having fun, return back to celebrating all of your wins. I don't care how small they are, small or big wins. Small wins are big wins, and bigger wins are coming. That is the motto in my world, inside of fast trading, and I'm sticking to it. Like, this is it. Small wins are big wins, and bigger wins are coming. And we are continuing to keep expanding in a way where it is on our own terms. It is on our own terms, and we get to create the rules, and we don't need to reinvent the wheel, and we get to just keep growing. That's it. We get to lift each other up. We get to celebrate each other's wins. And we get to just keep expanding the bar and holding that bar, right? Holding it, expanding it. We're here for abundance and overflow. Energetic overflow, financial overflow. Yes, this is what we're here for. We're not here to struggle. We're not here to believe that life is hard, that making money is hard, that, that it's hard to embody multiple six figures, eventually 7 figures. This is what we're here for, and this is what we're doing inside of my world. And I couldn't be more freaking thrilled and happy about it. No more shrinking your desires for other people's comfort. Your vision is not meant to fit in other people's limitations. How often are you still questioning what you want, shrinking your desires, because you're afraid of what other people are going to think of you for flourishing and for having an incredible the time of your fucking life on a consistent basis? All of that shit needs to go. You need to let go of all the shit that isn't serving you, that does not feel good, and follow the path that really is keeping you moving and activating you every single day. And I'm telling you, trading and investing will do that. It will do that. If you give it your best shot, if you decide to jump in, if you decide that you are here for it, that you're ready for that, I would be a great person to expand with. I would love to support you on your journey. There's a few different options right now. First, I have a free training, of course, called Manifesting Your First 10K in the Market. You can check that out. You can also join my Discord membership. Now, if you have previous experience, then you can jump into the membership. There's a short 5-day free trial that I'm offering now, and then it's $44.44 a month. And then if you do not have previous experience yet and want to get going on a really good foot, then book your trading and wealth strategy call with me. Just message me on social media for that option, and we will find a good time that works best for both of us. This is where I'll go over all the basics. I'll show you how I trade. I'll show you, or I'll tell you, I'll let you know how the Discord membership works, how my live alerts and guidance works throughout the week, and all of that, so you're ready to go. All right. So that is feeling really good for today. I hope you all are having a wonderful day and have an awesome weekend. Whenever you listen to this, maybe it's maybe it's months down the road that you listen to this or something. I am happy to have you here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a review on iTunes, or message me if you have any feedback that you'd like to share. I love hearing from you. And otherwise, let's just keep manifesting more money and more pleasure together, shall we? All right, awesome. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.